Welcome to the channel, guys. This is Alexander's Garage, and I am Blake Alexander. I'm going to be one of the main videographers, content creators of this channel, myself and my father, Casey Alexander. And this is basically just going to be about automotive stuff, our life, kind of some projects we have going on. Got a truck here, we got a Camaro there, Mustang, Chevelles, I mean, you name it. Most importantly, hold on, got my Fox body right here. This is gonna be one of the staples of the channel, and right now it's just gonna be the first episode of the build on the Mustang, and today we're gonna be cleaning the engine block. So this, guys, is my 1990 Ford Fox body Mustang. As you can see, there's a lot missing, but that's okay because we got the parts to fix it. So basically, it's just your average, 5.0 V8 Mustang. Interior's all gutted out of it right now. I'm gonna make it all black interior, and we are also doing an LS swap. Say what you want, I get it. I'm a Ford lover, don't get me wrong. 302 sound amazing, but I want to have a little bit of fun, and you only give it to live once, so might as well try it out and see what happens. But yeah, so this is my car. We're gonna do a LS swap in it. Right now, the first rendition we are doing is a 5.3 liter small block Chevy motor, and basically all that you see out here is all parts and old parts and whatever else you can get your hands on to put back together on this thing. So now that the block and everything's already out of the car, and basically it's an empty engine bay, I'm just gonna go ahead and prepped, put some degreaser on it. We're gonna hit it with the power washer, and it's just gonna be a nice old cleaning fest. Get that old grime off of it, kind of shine it back up so that way I can get it ready for paint and just paint the block, be done with it, shove it back in the motor, or back in the engine bay, I should say, and yeah, go have some fun with it. So I picked this motor up off Marketplace for a couple $100. It's, it spins over fine, everything's great on it. For now it is. But yeah, so I don't know how many miles were on this thing whenever we had gotten it. I believe it's came out of like an 04 Silverado or something like that, but probably had a bunch of miles on it. Anyways, it doesn't matter though, because the internals are still good. All the cylinder walls and whatnot, everything looks fairly clean in there. You will notice that I am about to add a couple of time-lapse videos of me pretty much getting this onto the stand and getting it ready, get the power washer ready, everything. I was actually up here last night, so you're gonna see obviously in different clothes. It was dark outside. It just ended up getting a little too late, and we're in Texas, so we were getting eaten up by mosquitoes and whatnot, and I was just kind of ready to call it a night after work. So now we're here with a little more daylight left, and we're gonna go ahead and get after it. So. Alright guys, so we got the motor out here in the daylight. Got the power washer hooked up. Power is in, and basically all there's left to do is let this soak. I'm going to put it in some of this engine degreaser we got over here. Show you guys what kind we're using. It's a pretty standard brand gunk engine cleaner. It's foaming. Just going to let it sit on there for 10 to 15 minutes. And then once it's done doing its soaking, obviously we'll hit it with the pressure washer, scrub. I got some detailing brushes with the real thick bristles on there that'll help get some of that grime out of there. It's basically just a rinse and repeat process. You kind of do the same thing, let it sit, soak it again. You can spray some more of the gunk on there and just hit it again with the power washer. So I'm gonna set up a time lapse and let you guys see that process. Guys, we just hit it with the very first coat. I kind of shot the gap a little bit. I didn't let it sit as long as I probably should have. But I'm gonna be honest, that stuff is stuck on there. So we're gonna have to let this one sit a little bit longer and I'm really gonna have to get to scrubbing. This is about 3 or 4 washes later. Engine cleaner is pretty much out. I'm gonna try and hit it one last time. It pretty much just looks like a polished turd now. I wasn't expecting anything great, but we are gonna go ahead and hit this thing one last time with what we got remaining. Just give this thing a nice little coat. I didn't realize this bottle was gonna run out so fast, or I would have grabbed a couple of them, but you know, it's part of learning. So for anybody else that doesn't know, this is my very first engine build. Very first, really anything car related build. I've had the car, like I mentioned previously, throughout high school and whatnot, but never really did a whole lot of mods. I just did basic bolt-ons that I could kind of do myself, and this is the first time it's been torn down, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, now that we are finished power washing, trying to degrease this thing, the last thing you want to do before you're pretty much done with this whole process, you want to get some kind of air chuck or air hose if you got any compressed air. You want to go ahead and spray all this down, trying to get all the water off of it that you can. Use any kind of WD-40, PB blaster, anything that's going to deter this water, because the last thing you want is your cylinder walls in there rusting over, flash rusting, any of these main bearing caps right here. You don't want any of that to rust over, so make sure you go through here and take your time, get everything as dry as possible, lube it up. You can even use some ATF for the cylinder walls on a lint-free rag. You can rub it down. You can use some motor oil, I'm sure. Anything just to lubricate it and keep it from rusting. All right, guys, we got Mr. Moneybags here. This is the KC Alexander.
KC Alex.
He's the one with this green Camaro up here. This is his humble abode. You can see he's sitting like a king right here in front of his little street truck. All right, we got this thing all air dried off for the most part. We're gonna throw some ATF in the cylinder walls, or maybe some PB blaster, let it sit so nothing rusts over. And then next time we're gonna get this thing ready to paint. So leave a little comment down below. Let me know what kind of color you want to see on this thing. Maybe we'll go crazy. Two-tone. Plum crazy purple, as Joe Dirt would say. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for our very first episode on Alexander's Garage. It wasn't nothing crazy, just a little bit of a taste of what you might, see on our channel coming forward. And the next episode, we're going to be getting the engine block prep for paint, which is a lot of stuff we did today, but I'm actually going to tape it up and kind of hopefully get some comments and see what you guys think as far as the color goes. And we're going to shoot that thing, so we're going to spray paint it. It's my first time doing it, so I'm going to walk myself through the process also as I walk you guys through the process, maybe if you're learning as well. But if you guys just would like, comment, and subscribe, it's helps us out a lot, and we're really trying to grow this thing and just bring everybody along for the ride that we can. So anyways, we'll see you guys in the next one.